Once an attacker had access to a network, whether they know the target or not, they need to understand what's around them. They scan to find every system, every open port, and every service that responds. It's the first step in turning an unknown network into one that can analyze and eventually exploit. Nmap is the network scanner used to find open ports and services. -SN means ping scan, so it finds active devices. Local network range, which is the range of IP addresses you want Nmap to scan, and subnet mask, which we will explain later. And once you press enter, it looks like this. The scan tested all 256 possible IP addresses, and only 3 responded. Those are the machines that are actually online. Once the hackers know which devices are active, the next step is figuring out what services and ports they're running. That's how they uncover what might actually be vulnerable. We saw that Nmap scanned all 256 IPs in the subnet, and earlier mentioned would explain what those numbers came from. It all starts with what /24 really means. An IPv4 address is made up of 32 bits, shown in here as 4 groups of 8. To understand subnets, think of an IP like a street address. The first 3 groups here act like the street name. Everyone on this metaphorical street shares that part. The final 8 bits act like the home number. 8 bits can form 256 different values. 2 to the power of 8 equals 256, from 0 to 255. Not all of those are usable. .0 is the network address, and .255 is the broadcast. But the subnet still contains 256 total addresses, and Nmap scans every one of them. Now that they know what devices are active, the next step is to look deeper into one of them, so scanning its open ports. It's the same as before. Nmap is the network and port scanner, but instead we use the private IP which was found in the previous Nmap scan. -SV identifies the services and their versions. So in this scan, it shows port number and protocol, whether it's open or closed, what's running on that port, and exact versions and software numbers. Port 22 is used for SSH, a remote login service, at risk if passwords or versions are weak. Port 80 handles all HTTP traffic, so websites. It's exposed to the public, often where attackers look first. Port 443 deals with encrypted web traffic, so HTTPS. Safer than port 80, but software versions still matter. And the versions at the end, this will help to see any vulnerability, if it's an older version or one known for being easy to exploit. 192.168.1.13 is a private IP address. Private IPs only exist inside your local network, created by your router. These kinds of scans happen inside networks the attacker already has access to, like shared Wi-Fi in a cafe, a workplace, a school lab, or anywhere multiple devices connect to the same router. Once they're on that network, they can discover every device using private IPs. This is why network scanning is almost always the first step in hacking. If you can see what's active, what ports are open, and what software is running, you can see exactly what can be targeted and exploited next. Hacking public IPs is a different story, and that's a whole other video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'll see you in the next one.